would have, but you totally
That's
fucking
porn,
horribly
baby.
mistimed it. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Uh, welcome
Me.
back.
Holy shit! You're sitting at. You got Honest Abe over your shoulder looking at you.
Oh yeah, and he's smoking a blunt, as Honest Abe would do. Welcome, everybody. Today we finally finish up our fucking villains versus hero tier list, and then after that we're gonna be doing a fun couple of tier lists because this shit we need to break some time. But first, I want to promote
like a month
something at the beginning. I'm gonna need silence. It's actually serious. This is for a good friend of mine. He's gonna be watching this stream. So Steve, I fucking promoted it. Go check out Amazon and go get my friend Steve's book. It's called I Didn't See It Coming, but He Did. It is a autobiographical pick that my friend did, writing about his experience, having diabetes, lost his sight. There might be a handsome villain mentioned in there who came up and helped him through his tough times, but it is a story on his life. He went through a lot of shit. We've been friends for a long time, so please go support his book. And I'm mainly promoting this, Steve, if you're watching, because I'm in the fucking book. Go check out the later chapters. You get to see the best part of the
Okay,
book.
well, the best
But
part of the book,
anyways,
the
yeah.
best part of that book better be that Steve was doing all right, and then General Zod came along and burned his eyes out with his own laser eyes.
No, there is no laser eyes mentioned. I did not use them. I trusted the human lasers. But anyways,
What the hell is that picture?
Oh, this was when I was on Perp's horror stream. I was.
I didn't ask where you went or where you used it. I asked what the hell that's a picture.
It's the Riddler from the Batman.
Oh, that movie is all right.
Yeah.
Hello,
Hey, what's
Karen.
up, KH? Good to see you. So tonight we will be doing bracket wars, and tonight, gentlemen, I've come up with a different sort of grading scale for this. Okay. So the tier list, we're going more on, 1 out of 10, whatever.
Yes.
Performances in the movie. I feel like, being this is war, this is a fight, we should go on the probability of grading these people, because we only have 8, and I feel like this is going to be a short stream, so we're going to try to drag this shit out. But we're going to grade this.
What do you mean you only have 8? There's 16 of them. It's 8 versus 8.
I feel
He
like
just means 8 different battles against each other.
they go rather
Except
quickly.
that's not true, because that's only the first round.
Anyways, I think we should also take into account in our mind who we think could actually win. So say it's like Ultron versus Captain America, right? We should do some statistics, stats, make it fun, like a real battle.
Well, break out your D12.
Hey, any self-respecting nerd has a 12-sided dice.
Oh yeah.
So anyway,
no, I was gonna say we could have, if we wanted. Hey, we have plenty of time to prepare this, where we could have basically done fights right there, rolled for it.
God damn, I'm not trying to be that fancy. So anyways,
see, now I find a way to stretch this whole thing out, and you're like, wait, whoa! I wasn't meaning like, that much of a stretch. But okay, gotcha.
So tonight's brackets, we got our top winners. So for our first round, we're going to have Iron Man versus Ultron, which is kind of fitting. Thanos versus Loki.
What the fuck, Loki. Guy? Are you fucking kidding me?
No. Good Loki. He's on. Good Loki.
The hero side, okay.
Yeah, hero side Loki. Remember, I'm not gonna make 2. Like, he was on both bad and good, so I was just like, okay, I'll swap him out for hero. We got Cap versus Ego. We got Hobgoblin versus Hawkeye. We got Phil Coulson.
Did you just say Hobgoblin?
Green Goblin. My bad. They're both the fucking same. Green Goblin versus Hawkeye. Phil Coulson versus Killmonger. Doc Ock versus Rocket Raccoon. Black Widow versus Trevor. but he's in his not his Trevor gear, but his Mandarin. He is the only Mandarin I accept. We've got Wanda versus Thor.
Say hello to Carmen. Whole Carmen.
Hello, Carmen. How goes it? And how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to Bracket Wars, where we choose between us who is going to win, who is going to lose. If we can't choose, or if two of us if it comes out to a tie somehow. Wait, tonight it won't come out to a tie, will it? Because there's three of us.
I thought, is Justin not coming?
I have no clue. He'll be here eventually. We're fucking going. I said 8:30 sharp.
Yeah.
So
I thought he said he was doing it from his phone, but maybe I misunderstood.
Yeah, Woody wants to pop on, he can. In the meantime, it's just us three, so it looks like there won't really be a tie. So this will be an interesting bracket war. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. So here we go. This is the top heroes, top villains in an all-out drag 'em, beat 'em up kind of fight. And our first one's, interestingly enough, is going to be Iron Man versus Ultron, and I feel like that's a really appropriate first match.
Absolutely. Man in a can versus a can.
So, let's talk about this statistically, okay? We're going to break this shit down like football.
Statistically?
So I feel like you have two robot people fighting each other. Who do we think has the edge? Who are we going to vote for? Like, we're playing this like if we're seeing them fight, kind of like football, but,
Well,
Marvel. Use your imagination, people.
Here's how I would break this down. One, Tony Stark, Iron Man, is the one that programmed the computer that made Ultron. But at the same time, while he may know kind of its inner workings and stuff, Ultron is connected to the internet and possibly answers that Tony Stark doesn't know. So this is almost a 50-50 battle. There's a lot of equal parts to it here. There is the part of it where you could say that even though he's in the Iron Man suit, if the Iron Man suit gets damaged enough, Tony Stark can feel pain, so there's that problem. Ultron wouldn't. There's some idea that you could think that Ultron could possibly infect the operating system of Iron Man, so there's that. I'd put this almost at like a 55-45 or maybe even closer that Ultron would win this.
Okay, so you're going Ultron. I'll save mine to the end. PB, what do you think? Ultron, Iron Man, and what are some of your thoughts, matchups, things like that? We're running this shit like mad, baby.
Well, I mean, my first thought was, well, they both have their entourages. Like, Ultron has all of his Ultron bots. And then Iron Man was Jarvis, now Friday, running the he had the Iron Legion, and he has all of his other suits that can work autonomously.
Are we taking this as one-on-one?
Even after he's upgraded. Yes. Versus what, 40 or 50 Iron Men at the same time?
Well, then that doesn't count. Well, you see, but he just said we're counting this. He says we're counting this as one-on-one, not one on everything else.
We're just talking one-on-one.
Like, one-on-one, I know we're going to take it down the road that I didn't want to go down, but like one-on-one, and like you're not letting anything else into the matchup.
Everybody else is dead. Everything else is done, gone, broken.
Okay, well, my point is, if you were doing a one-on-one with Batman, would you say that Batman cannot bring any of his toys? None of them. Can't use the Batmobile.
No, wait.
Utility belt.
The utility belt and all that is like Iron Man's suit. The things on him. But he's only in one. That's the thing. He himself is only in one.
I'd like to believe you, except that is not true because he wasn't in the suit when it got hit by the semi and got totally destroyed after he caught all the people off the plane.
True.
So he doesn't have to be in the
He
suit.
I just narrowed this down by saying this. He's only got one suit left. He's in that suit. All the other suits are destroyed. All the other Ultron bots are destroyed. Black Widow, all of them, they're dead. There's nobody left alive on Earth. It is Ultron, the one and only, versus Tony Stark in one particular suit. That's it.
We'll say his best suit.
Then,
right? He's
then
got all
I
of
will
the
take,
fancy
I will
toys.
take Iron Man in the Hulkbuster.
Ooh. See?
God, I gotta say, okay, I have a hatred for Iron Man, but taking my bias out of it, legitimately, I hate being the fucking tiebreaker because this is hard because I actually agree with both opinions. Like,
We made a lot of excellent points.
Everybody, yeah, both of you guys made excellent points. These are actually, I think these are going to be some fucking tough battles tonight. But shit, man, because I mean, Tony's got a lot of stuff. Like, and the Batman analogy was great. Like Batman, you got your mini missiles, you got EMPs and things like that. But I would have to account that Ultron would know that because Tony created him. So this is the thing that gets me. All right. I'd have to look at this like who planned better for the other person. Right? And now if we're talking about intellect, Tony Stark is one of the smartest, if not the smartest people. Like, I would put him up there with like Lex Luthor or that. But a machine
can I say something on that? Can I say something right when you're at that point? Remember that all the times Tony Stark changed his suit and other things like that was from mistakes he made in the before. So
yeah, I mean, Tony's got the human element that works for him and against him. I was just getting to that, Chris. Like, Ultron thinks very cold and calculating, but on the other side, that also is a weakness of Ultron because he's not willing to do crazy shit that Tony Stark will do.
Well, okay, he's cold and calculating, but we know for a fact that to win a fight, you need heart. And we know for a fact Tony Stark has heart.
Fuck, as hard as this is for me to say, I never thought I'd say this, and I don't make this decision lightly. I'm going to have to go with Iron Man as well.
Doesn't hurt me. I would have put this, I mean, like I said, I started at 45, 55. It's like 49, 51, 50, 50. It's right there. I mean, it's like what would be, what's going to happen is there's going to be one critical error by one or the other. And the critical error is going to be the end of it.
These are going to be some tough matches tonight, folks, because we got the cream of the crop, the best of the best. As you know, it goes down one fucking side. We're going to go with Iron Man, and the planet is Ego. So, Captain American Ego. I'll go first for mine on this.
I knew you were an Iron Man fan.
Fuck you. Captain America all day. I know it's improbable. I know he's look. I don't give a fuck. He's versing a planet. Okay, the fucking Guardians beat Ego. Okay, so don't give me that shit that Captain America couldn't do it.
Hold on.
I know it's illogical. My vote is Cap. I don't have good reasons. I don't have a good defense. This is 100% bias, but I still feel like Cap will find a way somehow. I don't know, but he's a tactician. He always keeps his head. He put the fucking Avengers together. You telling me, like, tactically Cap can't figure out some way to beat Ego? I call bullshit.
He did not.
He's one of the greatest military minds ever.
There's no way. Like, either Nick Fury or Coulson put the Avengers together. It depends on what you mean by together in that sense.
But Cap is the glue. He's on the card.
What do you mean? He's the leader. He's not the fucking glue. He's the leader.
Okay, Coulson is the glue, but Cap inspired Coulson to be the glue. Hey, Phil's got his fucking card on the top of the pile.
Okay.
Do I need to argue anymore? Like,
You don't need to argue
supposed to-
anymore because I'm pretty sure this is gonna go relatively
I know what way this
fast,
is gonna go.
and
Fuck
I'm
you
pretty
guys.
sure
Just
it's
say your.
gonna break your heart. I'll take the planet versus a man.
Go ahead, Chris. I have a shitty defense for this. I know in my heart. I mean, we're talking about
Your
like the
heart,
literal
you-
God,
your
celestial.
heart is okay. So first off, to answer your question, how in the world did the Guardians of the Galaxy do this? Well, one, as Rocket Raccoon has said to Tony, hey, you're only a genius on Earth. And so
I'm sorry, Chris.
So you're fine. So there's lots of this stuff going. So they're not Earth beings. At the core heart of what Captain America is, he's an Earth being. And so because Peter Quill is a portion of ego, that helped too. I mean, so that means he's part celestial. It's ego all day here. I mean, I mean, okay, I don't necessarily want to say that because I mean, of villains in Marvel movies, I don't really think the ego is the greatest one. But hey, but it is the ego in this. The ego wins, of course.
Okay. Side note, detour. You told me that you built the bracket correctly, but now that I see the actual order that they're in, you're not even fucking close, guy. No, you didn't, because you got the number one hero and the number two hero, not just on the same side of the bracket, but you had them in the same
in the
quadrant.
list, Ultron was 8. When I did the full list.
Did you, Chris, did you hear what I said? Because what I said was you have the number one and number two hero and number 2 hero on the same side. Iron Man's supposed to be in the upper left, and Captain America is supposed to be in the lower right. They should only be able to fight potentially in the finals because they're a 1 and 2 seed. You son of a bitch. Okay, carry on. It's all wrong, people. This whole thing it's all bupkis.
Doesn't matter. Captain America didn't make it, so.
Well, I didn't know we were changing the rules of how we were determining who was winning the matchups.
I don't know. I come to these shows and I say what I got to say. That's what I do. If you guys want to ask me to make one of these, I will take them to the accounts of where they should be.
These are both good guys. What the hell?
No, that's Killmonger. They just didn't have a good picture of him.
Oh, it definitely looks like T'Challa.
Yeah, I know. It looks like Black Panther. It's supposed to be Killmonger.
It's like the picture they put in the yearbook when you weren't there for picture day.
Phil Coulson and Killmonger. PB, this is all you.
I mean, I feel like I want to pull a Zod and be like, well, since I'm biased, that's like, what skills does Phil Coulson have? I don't think any of us actually know all of the skills that he has, but it seems like his number one skill is from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and he just phones a friend, and then they come and take care of the problem. So does that count? Does that count as a fighting skill? Because I'll go with Phil Coulson.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like we should give that to Phil. Chris, that's up to you, because, like, I mean, and he did go toe-to-toe with Loki. I mean, he did pull out that fucking gun that nobody used and knew what it did, so he's also resourceful.
That's what it does.
And, at the end of the day, if Phil got through that vibranium bullshit, which has been proven that you can knock that off, and then it's just a person inside, and I think, Killmonger is a special forces killer. I'm trying to help you out, man, because I want Phil to win, but I think Phil could still have an edge. Chris, you're next. What's your vote, Phil or Killmonger?
Well, I mean, resourcefulness is great, but that doesn't mean he has the skill set. And again, but here is the point you can put on both of these guys. Physical strength, I think, goes Killmonger's way for sure. But they do both have some weapons training. They both understand. That's basically what they are. They're not like two superhuman beings of any sort. They're both basically humans.
Yeah, so it is a fair human to human. So now we're diving deep. We gotta go to skill sets. Like,
so, well, I mean, it's skill sets. Well, basically, Killmonger, is a perfect weapon. He uses any weapon, is perfect with it. Hundreds or thousands of kills, however you want to say it, because each one of the marks he has, of course. But the question is are we around weapons or not? If we're not, and it's a hand-to-hand battle, well, I mean, I would give it to Killmonger just because I think he's bigger and I think he's trained more like that. But you guys have already both picked Phil, so I mean, Phil wins. So I mean, I'll give Killmonger one because I mean, in any like one-on-one battle between two just humans, I think you got about. It's gonna end up evening out.
I feel like it's fair that it was a split decision.
Well, and what I mean is that I think that if you gave these guys 3 fights, that it could be 2-1 in any direction. I mean, I think a lot of people want to discount Phil Coulson, but then again, if you watched Agents of Marvel,
oh yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm bringing that into account too.
That was his show. I mean that was he was.
Whoa. Then I would like to recontextualize the whole argument and be like, okay, so Killmonger versus Robot Phil. I'm taking Phil all fucking day.
Well, no, not necessarily Robot Phil, but yeah.
You specifically said Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I was like, I know what happens in that show.
The first like 3 seasons or so were considered canon to the rest of the Marvel Universe, MCU. After that, they decanonized it. They did. So
I mean, even if we go by the first three seasons, he still had the robot. You know what? This is a tough one. Once again, I even though these brackets might be a little wonky, this is still some pretty interesting fights. But
okay, but Phil goes on because.
Yeah, I would say Phil too. I'm gonna give him for being. I feel like Killmonger's very straightforward, soldier type, that kind of deal. But Phil Coulson has ran teams. He's worked with the Avengers. He got his own fucking show. He's amazing in the show, and I think once again it goes to what I said about Captain America. This more applies than fighting a fucking planet, but. I feel like if we're talking about tactical and resourcefulness, I think Phil could find his way around Killmonger's defenses and take him out.
Well, like I said, there's a possibility of it.
I'd say if you put these in a real match like they did that show on what was it? Deadliest Warriors. I feel like if you put them in the simulator, you'd have a pretty even number of matches. God, I wish we had one of those. Well,
what I was going to say is that there's also the other thing. Where does the match happen? If it happens on some sort of in some sort of S.H.I.E.L.D., compound or on one of the ships, I mean, there's all sorts of stuff there. Phil Coulson knows. He knows the layouts of this stuff. He knows how he can slip through places to get an edge on him. I mean, so there's a lot of that also has to go. This one actually takes a lot of thought in the thought process of where does the fight take place? Who does that give the advantage to? If it's in an open field or something like that, or a place that is like there's a lot of that to go on. But I agree. Phil, you say Phil wins. Where?
The fight is obviously going to take place in the Land of Enchantment.
Oh, lovely.
Albuquerque?
Just outside. It's going to be right down the road from Walter White's house.
Okay, well, there you go.
Well,
Great.
then I'd have to give it to Phil still, because there's meth and cooking shit lying around. I think he could do something with it.
No, like the problem is like Phil's coming in to clean up that Killmonger was moving in on Walter White's territory with his fancy African drugs.
So
All right,
is
I'm
this
gonna give it to Phil then, because he's just
so is
outnumbered
this
by.
Breaking Bad the continuation? Is that what we're talking about?
Hey, JD Davis,
Yes.
how you doing tonight? Welcome to our awesome live stream. We
Hey,
haven't been on in a while. Okay, so we're just gonna give ABQ's finest, Phil Coulson, the win. Good job, Phil.
Give me a second, I'll be right back.
Boom.
All right, so Chris is gonna be coming right back. So
Oh.
let's talk about this one between us, Mr. Pop Culture PB. You want this or do I want this? I don't know. I'm staring at Black Widow.
I just started the last one.
Okay, so I'll do this one. Look, I mean, Black Widow is hot, but I'm not rating on that tonight.
You see Janie flexing in the chat. Oh, I missed it. This one right here. Look at that flex.
Oh, hey.
She's got the inside track.
Oh yeah, you're always
to be
here, G.
Because YouTube's not gonna let her know that we're live. Why would YouTube do that? You fucking machine.
Damn technology. To be fair, I'm going to have to go with Trevor because of the blowing up Tony Stark's house. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't let her get in close, I think it'd be fine.
You think so? He's just like masterminding in the back, but not actually physically doing anything, and he's just sending his
right about
minions upon millions to just walk past Black Widow and potentially blow up because they don't know how to regulate.
Ah, shit. You know what? I'm gonna have to say Black Widow because
like Black Widow just gonna be walking around and she's just gonna keep hearing people say, "Can you regulate?"
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go Black Widow. Then I did think about that. You know what? Yeah, definitely Black Widow because like Mandarin is cool. I'm calling him Mandarin, but you're right. I feel like if you get past his defenses, like you get past the henchman, which she'll easily do. I mean, she fought fucking the Mad Titans people.
Right. It's not like she's Happy Hogan. Happy
Yeah.
Hogan
I was
took out
thinking.
the one henchman.
I was trying to take into account the human element, but I did forget that too. He's a great villain, but he's more of the not get physical, let other people do the dirty work as opposed to him.
No, he wouldn't do that, but Black Widow is the type of character that is getting physical pretty much with everything she does. Like what happens in the scene when she pulls a mask off her face in Winter Soldier, right?
Oh yeah.
Or no, Civil War.
No. It was Winter Soldier. That was the Mission Impossible where she pulled the.
No, it wasn't.
No,
that
they
was
took
Civil
it from Mission
War.
Impossible. They took it from Mission Impossible. I'm talking about. No, it was.
Whatever. That's in
Winter Soldier.
No, it's not because they're dealing with Robert Redford. That's Civil
Yeah,
War.
that's that. You're wrong. That's Winter Soldier. You know that's my favorite movie of all Captain America time.
Oh, now I feel dumb.
Yeah, because that's when she pretended to be the state senator to get in the room.
Yes.
So yeah, I went Black Widow. PB went Black Widow. Who do you think would win? I'm choosing to call him Mandarin because fuck the reveal, but our boy Trevor versus Black Widow.
Trevor Slattery.
Really? Oh, well, it's Black Widow all day because if you pick Trevor, I mean, What did you not like, Shang-Chi?
I love Shang-Chi. That's
I thought it
actually
was
the
amazing.
only Phase 4 movie I like.
But that's the Mandarin. His dad's the Mandarin.
Yeah, I know, but I don't acknowledge that. I choose Trevor as my Mandarin. Hashtag justice for Trevor. Hey, Zod, did you invite Justin Proper? Yes, I did invite Justin Proper. He's working right now.
Okay, well, I'm with you
On
guys.
the record.
It's a sweep.
Yep, she swept like a.
Get the
Okay, so
brooms
now
out, bitches.
we've got a tough one. We've got Iron
So
Man.
hold on a second. Can't you just click on the bracket in the upper right and then it'll jump over there?
No, it'll just get out of this. You have to go
What
from
happens if you
this
click
side
on
over.
one?
That's so weird.
But I don't want
It
to.
is. If I click over here, it just gets it away. It won't actually do it. It forces me to do it from this side.
Huh.
That's got to be something in the settings.
Okay,
So
maybe.
We could just do it this way: Thanos versus Loki.
No, you need the big pictures up there. Let's just do it the way that it lets you.
Okay, so Iron Man versus Ego. This is like a Celestial versus Iron Man, and I hate to say this, I'm gonna go first on this one, but I'm gonna give it to Iron Man because of the simple fact that Iron Man
He's a fan.
essentially beat a Celestial. He beat Thanos. I feel like he would be one of the people who could, as Rocket say, like, yes, he is technically the smartest person on Earth, but I feel like he could come up a little way to beat Ego. I don't know. I just feel like my gut is telling me Tony would pull it out.
well, I will say I'll second you on that. If he had some time, couldn't he come up with some sort of antimatter ray?
Yeah, I just feel like Tony would win. I don't know. My gut tells me like Tony would win this. Like he beat Thanos, and I'm pretty sure he could do it with like a screwdriver and a fucking soda can. As much as I hate to admit it, I think this is very clearly a
Well,
Tony Stark.
like I
PB, do
said,
we have to ask you, or like you already know where you land on this?
Do I know where I land on this?
Yes.
What did Chris say?
Iron Man.
Oh, well, then it's a clean sweep.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely Iron Man, because of the fact that, Tony's just a man. Oh, this is an interesting one. I think this is a pretty fair matchup.
This is
Spock
where you need
versus
to have.
Sky.
This is where you need to have a clip from Karate Kid where he says "sweep the leg" whenever you get a sweep.
Oh yeah, that would be
good.
most helpful. Hey, Elizabeth,
Hello,
how you doing?
Hello.
What's up, Elizabeth? He says hi. Welcome to our bracket wars. Tonight we're just going over the battle. So I feel like this is a pretty even matchup, but I'm still gonna go with my boy Phil because he's the person who trains Black Widow. No, I'm saying he trains those types of people. I feel like he would know
No, he
the most
doesn't.
effective. Yeah, he does. He literally had a
Who
team
the
of
fuck
those
did
people.
He didn't train any of them.
I feel like he would be the training type. You get what I'm saying? I feel like he would know.
I don't at all.
Okay,
In fact,
I feel like
that's what you're saying, because you're saying he's out there training people. We don't see him train. The closest he comes to training is when he's like, Daisy, you should try and control your powers. That was it.
Phil would be given that same realism. Look, I feel like Phil would be the one person who would be able to take down Black Widow. I'm gonna give it to Phil.
Really? You think Phil is the one person that could take down Black Widow?
Or
Hypothetical
Hawkeye.
matchup. And answer off the top of your head as quick as you can. Black Widow versus Captain America.
Okay, fuck you. You get what I'm saying.
Oh, so Phil's not the only person. Nobody gets what you're fucking saying.
The only normal human. Captain America is enhanced. Black Widow is still dealing with like human-ish reflexes. She's not a fucking modified in any way. And neither is and Phil is actually, if we're going by Agent Still, and Phil's got a metal arm too, or a fake arm. His arm could do a lot, so I that's why I'm saying I think Phil could take it.
All right, so you're with Phil, and PB is with Black Widow, right?
For sure.
Ooh, split. Chris is the
I'm
designing
going
factor.
to say that I'm hearing the song "Na Na 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 Na." Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Phil's gone. Phil. I mean, I think Black Widow has this all day long.
Boom.
I hate you guys.
You know.
You're not doing
Oh
so
Oh
good
my God, we've got Iron Man.
here. Iron Man 2.
Iron Man versus Black Widow. Do we even have to give an answer for this? I'm sure we can all agree on who is gonna win this one.
I mean, Black Widow infiltrated Tony Stark. The whole.
100%.
I mean, but I mean, she's not going to be able to beat the Iron Suit. I mean, she barely beat the Taskmaster in the MCU.
Yeah,
So
but
I
she
mean,
did beat one of Thanos's like top henchmen, who is like
true.
a supernatural being. So I mean, she's got that going. But as I said, also human reflexes and things like that. Tony to get the edge, what is tech. So
Dude,
I don't know. I'm going by you guys, and then I'll
pop
break the
that
tie.
fucking. Dude,
I
she's
don't
gonna
know.
pop
Danny
that
said
mask
Natasha.
on. She's gonna pop the mask on, walk into the room, and he's gonna go, "Holy shit! I want one of those." And then she's going to murder him silently.
Okay.
So I will choose Iron Man.
Yeah, I'm going to choose Iron Man.
All right. Well,
These are excellent choices.
no surprise here. I just like to be fair and impartial, but if we're being truthful, Iron Man all day, man.
You're not fair
Yes,
or
yes,
impartial.
yes.
You were biased as soon as we got to the second matchup. You're like, well, I know Cap's not going to beat a planet, so I pick Cap.
Okay. I'm unbiased with everybody but Cap. Loki versus Thanos. Now we're taking the movie out of this.
What movie?
The movie where he got strangled and obviously beaten.
Oh, you mean the movie where he literally killed the guy on the other side of the screen? That part?
Yeah.
You want to forget that? You don't want to admit that into the evidence?
But the good Loki,
no, we're gonna admit that.
the good Loki, as he continues down his path, is actually after that anyway. So technically, you could call the death the rebirth of Loki. So there you go.
Okay, and then if this is the good Loki, that means that he's in control of the timelines and could literally just let go of a string and Thanos would be gone.
Ooh! And what's your choice?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's why I'd be going for Loki.
Loki? Okay, who are you
He is
picking,
now in
PB?
charge of the timeline. He is the magnificent master of time.
Who are you picking?
I don't know. I have a hard time not admitting all of the evidence, and all of the evidence makes me want to pick Thanos. Like he literally killed him. Like we watch it happen. You watch it happen. I watch it happen. The circle below me watched it. We all watched Thanos kill Loki, and I don't know
agree,
how
Danny.
I can, in good conscience, pick Loki over Thanos, knowing that he'd just grab him by the throat and done.
All right, so this is a tough one.
It is a tough one. It's not
But,
easy.
but wouldn't he see that coming because he's the controller of time?
Yeah, true. This is a tough one because I feel like, okay, we got both gods to check. Both badasses check. Both have badass titles and gear. I mean, now Loki literally has his own throne. Thanos killed half of everything. And killed him before the snap. Shit.
Shit, indeed. Get your shit together. Like, don't just sit here in silence. I know you got a bunch of dumb thoughts going through your head.
Okay. Even
Spew them out
admitting that
onto the
stuff out,
internet.
we got Thanos, who literally didn't need rings to get to Loki too. So, and he did his illusion stick, and he caught him, and then fucking snapped his neck. So, although I do agree with Janie when she says Loki should have won the first time, I feel like he might have been nerfed a little bit. So, but Thanos, man, Thanos is so good. Gosh, I didn't think this was going to be my hardest choice for the night.
Indeed. You know what the people hate the most is fucking silence. They're here to listen to stuff, guy. They're not here to listen to you breathe into your microphone.
Okay, I am going to go with Thanos because
holy fuck balls.
Because even though I would like Loki to win, at the end of the day, I feel like his tricks and bullshit wouldn't work on Thanos. And the whole he killed half the world. Yeah. So we got another pretty even match here. We got two people who are good tactically with gear and things like that. You got Green Goblin and you've got Hawkeye. This feels like the most easy. They're both human. They both use tech. If you take their tech away, they're both useless. This is a pretty good. This is a pretty good match. So I'm gonna start with myself, and I'm gonna pick the most likeliest person, which I'm going to pick Hawkeye because of the same reasons as Black Widow. If you go the hand to hand, Green Goblin's gonna get his fucking ass beat. You go the tech, I think they're pretty evenly matched. The only thing that kind of gives me pause is that Hawkeye can run out of arrows, where I feel like Green Goblin doesn't run out of things and stuff. He does have that utility belt with all the bombs and shit, but I feel like he could avoid that. No, I'm comfortable. I'm going to pick Hawkeye.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure, and I don't know why he doesn't have more of it. But at this point, he should have like a tiny little Altoid case full of miniaturized arrows, and then he can just toss the arrows out, hit, and you pop the little button on the back of it, or however they want to fucking do this to, increase the size with the PIM particles. And then how many arrows could he could hold thousands of arrows at that size. Like, yeah, it's a matchstick. Boom, arrows.
Well, I mean, you got the PIM particle he could use.
Yeah, I know he had it, so it's like, okay, let's just like put it on everything so we can miniaturize all of it. Your entire arsenal is going to be the size of a fucking quarter, and then boom, you hit a button, arrows. Hit another button, new fucking bow. I mean, now he's so good, like he could just pick up a freaking broomstick and put it on the freaking bow and arrow and hit some shit. I mean, you saw him flipping the quarter in the fucking TV show. It's obviously not just arrows that he's super accurate. Did you ever shoot darts with him?
No.
He's a fucking Hawkeye.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what makes me say Hawkeye as well. It's just he's not necessarily like superhuman, but he does have super what do you
He
want to
has
call it?
super
Perception.
abilities.
Yeah, like he has enhanced abilities. He's on top of natural gifts. So yeah, I do got to give it to Hawkeye because, as Janie Davis put it, Clint is a trained expert. Green Goblin is a mentally ill nepo baby.
Well, you see, right there. That's what I was going to say. I mean, just look at you, Zod. You're mentally ill, and that's why you always lose. So, I mean, there you go. So, anyways, with that said, no.
Like, I know what a nepo baby is. Norman Osborn is not a nepo baby. Norman Osborn's the one that built Oscorp. His child is the nepo baby. The Green
Yeah,
Goblin
Harry
is
is a
not
nepo.
baby.
Harry is a nepo baby.
Anyways, but no, this is a Hawkeye. This is Hawkeye all day. Hawkeye all day long for all the reasons you guys said. Plus, ultimately, of the two, again, going with that mentally ill thing, he knows who he is. He knows he's the one pulling the. I mean, like when he turned to Ronan, he didn't act like it wasn't him. I mean, you know, so like if you even take the quote unquote evil side of Hawkeye being Ronan, which is more vigilante than evil, but you know, you take that, he still knew who he was. The idea of Hobgoblin or Green Goblin in this case, I'm sorry, is that he kind of doesn't know it's him, and even when he finally figures it out, it's like he's like, oh, I didn't do that. No, I couldn't have done that. You know, so he's always having this internal fight. So yeah, I go Hawkeye all day.
Bring out the fucking broom.
Hello. Fuck me. Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So we're all going Hawkeye. Bam. Next one. Pretty difficult one. We got two geniuses. One with really long arms. One super short. Rocket Raccoon versus Doc Ock.
Okay, how many more do we have? Because I'm about ready to have to go inside and grab my ride and stuff. So I would like to go first on this one, and it's Rocket Raccoon all day.
Okay. And then
he's smaller, he's faster, and he's just as smart. And he'd probably pull the same line off on Dr. Octavius at some point and go like, "You're only a genius on Earth, idiot."
That's fair.
That
yeah,
is.
So I Rocket Raccoon.
All right, so one for Rocket. PB, how are you feeling? Rocket Raccoon or Doc Ock?
Dude, I'm feeling like I don't think that a raccoon can breathe underwater, but an octopus can. Am I taking this too literally? Probably.
Yeah, that is super literal.
Like,
yeah, that's a bit too literal.
He seems like the type of guy who'd be running the experiment to make Rocket Raccoon.
That is true. That is a very valid point.
Who knows?
Nobody remembers that it's Frankenstein's monster, though. They just call it Frankenstein. So I'll go with Rocket Raccoon.
All right. Well, it really doesn't matter what I say, but
it does for the sake of argument. Are you going to make the wrong choice, wanker?
No, I was going to say Rocket Raccoon just for the simple fact if I could picture Rocket stealing his fucking arms and then like putting them on the ship or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
you know, really quick though. Here, go ahead.
As of an intriguing idea as I think it is, I think that Doc Ock goes best against someone like Spider-Man because he can keep him at arm's length. But Rocket's a little squirrely, you know what I mean? He moves around quite quickly. I don't feel like Doc Ock would be able to keep the distance, and that's important because if Rocket Raccoon gets in, I mean, he's gonna fuck you up. He's got all those guns, fucking bombs, and he's got a little satchel. And does anybody notice that satchel does never seem to run out of shit? So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Rocket all day.
I haven't been to the sex shop in quite some time. I never heard
All I
of
have to
these.
say-
What kind of bombs did you call them?
Bombs. He's got a
The
satchel
fuck,
with bombs.
the fuck bombs, the fuck bombs.
All I have to ask, and the only thing here is in the process of beating Dr. Octavius, what body part would Rocket Raccoon require?
Oh, I already said mine. He'd take the arms.
No. I'm talking about, I mean, you know how he always says his plan, I need that guy's eye, I need that guy's leg, I need this and that. I mean, he'd have to have a body part from something other than Dr. Octavius.
Well, no, not true, because he only takes prosthetics. He doesn't take the actual.
I know, I understand, but what would the prosthetic be? I don't know. That's the only question I have.
The prosthetic, like I said, it would be his arms, because that's the only thing prosthetically on him. I don't think he's got anything else that's fake. PB, what do you think he'd take?
Oh god, I was just thinking. I was like, well, we could give him a fake leg. Like that's not gonna. Like, yep. Now he's got a peg leg. He's like, yeah, I'll take that peg leg. You don't need that. He's got an
says
extra
left
for it.
testicle implants.
There you go. See, and I'm just asking.
Oh, those are gone.
All
You
right.
know how much fun he'd have with that?
All right. So Rocket Raccoon passes on.
All right. So
Don't say it that way.
Well, okay. Who are these two?
Pass on. We got Wanda for evil and Thor for good. Where you do
Where the
evil
fuck is
Wanda.
Thor?
That's Thor. From
I see it now.
Yeah, from Ragnarok.
He looks like he loves some thunder.
This is difficult because that's Scarlet Witch and the shit she did in Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah, I think they're pretty even. She's godlike now.
She wins.
Oh,
She'd make him think he's a little. She'd make him think that he's one of those screaming goats.
I could totally see that. She turned. Oh god, that'd be my worst fucking nightmare. That's fucking screaming goats.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go on this one, and I'm gonna say, definitely Scarlet Witch, just because she even took on Thanos. And yes, I know people like to point out, and she only fucking crumpled his armor or whatever. But when you think of the other people who took him on,
still learning.
Yeah, she was still learning at that stage. I think evil Wanda, whew, that's a force to be reckoned with. And definitely don't piss her off. Yeah, she'd be fighting a man too. She's already got the edge. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna say definitely Wanda. Where you land, PB?
Dude, I fucking love Thor. I think Thor is amazing, which is why it's not even close. Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, I just think at the end of the day, Thor is great. He's got
dude. It's a totally different power set.
Yeah, it's like
it's
I feel like
maybe it's one of those things like Thor would have to sneak up on her in order to make it happen. Like that's the only way that it's happening. Whereas she would not have to sneak up on him. She can hella his ass and just be like, hey, I'm here and I'm going to fuck up your life. And then his life will be over. Royally fucked up. I mean, he couldn't even take down his sister. He's like, you know what I'll do? I'll destroy my entire fucking planet.
Yep, true point.
That'll show her. She can be the queen of space rocks.
Very true. Okay, so now we've got.
Now it stays on this side of the bracket? Oh, that's right.
Yep.
We went all the way to the end. I keep forgetting that it goes all the way to the end, and then.
And it does again.
That's
and
so
I'll do
fucked up, Chris.
Thanos versus Hawkeye. Who's on this one?
I mean, we're all on this one. It's
okay.
Man, if Hawkeye had a giant axe arrow, maybe he could go for the head and cut his head off. Maybe, but I think this is Thanos. I think this is Thanos, and I do have to go now. So that is my final thing I have to say. It's up to you guys how you want to handle the rest of it. I will only be gone probably about 30 minutes or so, but that's a lot of waiting. So it's up to you guys what you do. But Thanos is my final say. On the what's the next one?
The next one is going to be Rocket and Wanda.
Oh, it's Wanda again. It's Scarlet Witch again. And then if Thanos moves on and Scarlet Witch, I still say Scarlet Witch wins this side. And then it's who's the other side?
Iron Man.
I still say Scarlet Witch then. So I say Scarlet Witch all the way through. If that's how it goes. Yeah, well, just dude, multiverse of madness, dude. The fact that she just looked at people and unraveled them, looked at them and they couldn't talk and they blew their head. Their head imploded. Just that scene alone was like, holy crap. That's thought. That's not even doing anything. Okay. But if I'll come back and see, or I'll try to come back. If you guys are still here, we'll talk then, okay?
We shall see.
All right, bye.
Okay, so he's got Thanos for this. Where do you land, PB?
I mean, this one seems like it's pretty simple, but there's been other ones in the bracket that I have thought should also be very simple, and they were not simple. But that doesn't apply this time. Like, how could you not pick Thanos in a one-on-one?
100%, man. If Loki couldn't get it done and we were debating that hard, I'm sorry.
Even he could.
There's no way Clint's winning that.
He could hit him with a shrink arrow, and I bet Thanos would still be strong enough to toss his ass around.
That's true. Yeah, definitely Thanos. Sorry, Clint. Yeah, so we got Rocket Raccoon versus Scarlet Witch. We already know Chris's vote for this, so I'm gonna go, and it's gonna be obvious. Scarlet Witch, man. Like, I don't see how Rocket could win this.
Yeah. As much as I'd love to pick Rocket, like, how could you not pick Rocket? He's spectacular. But how in the fuck is he supposed to fight somebody with mystical powers? I mean, I don't remember, and it's been a while since I've watched any of the movies or the holiday special. Does he ever get any special powers for something like that? As far as I know, definitely not. So you kind of gotta go with Scarlet Witch on that one.
Yeah, so obviously Scarlet Witch doing the clean sweep. Sorry, Little Rocket. Okay, so now we got the ultimate match. We already know Chris's decision all the way through. So this comes down to me and you, and this time I'm gonna let you go first. Where do you land on this?
Oh gosh, a Titan versus a bender of reality. Like, I don't even know what the most impressive thing is that she's actually done. Like, is it the fact that she trapped an entire town in a bubble? Was it the fact that she starred in several decades of TV sitcoms? Like, I don't know what was going on there exactly, but I know that is some crazy shit. I mean, what's the craziest thing Thanos ever did?
To be fair, he can bend reality. He can literally snap out existence, slow time, speed up time. I mean, I'd say out of all of them, these two are pretty evenly matched, to be quite honest. Like, I feel like this is a pretty fair fight. So yeah, I mean, as far as impressive goes, Thanos
It would be fun to
no
watch.
slouch.
I mean, it depends on what she's going to do. Like, if she's doing, like, the energy balls and stuff like that and not unraveling him like she did to Mr. Fantastic, like, it would be a fun fight to watch.
Oh, it'd be a hell of a fun fight. And JD Davis says, I have a question. How many
what do you mean?
Stones? does Thanos have? I'm gonna have to say he has to have all the stones
Rings?
because
It says rings.
he has the
What
10
what
rings.
rings?
No, I would have to say
Oh,
that we would have to give Thanos the stones because, but I feel like even without the stones, Thanos would still be a tough challenge.
you would love to give him the stones, wouldn't you? You sick bastard.
This fucking funny guy. So, who are you going with? And I'll see where I land upon that.
Dude, I'm of the same mind as Chris still. It's gotta be Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, I'd have to say I go with Scarlet Witch just because of the fact that um, even with all of the stones, to answer Janie's question, she was still able to go toe to toe. Actually, no, he had all the stones but one, but he could have altered reality or whatever else, and she had his ass trapped. And that was before she did all the other shit we were talking about, which means her powers is only, and if she gets a grimoire and just fucking absorbs the page. Oh boy, that's like world-ending shit. There's very few people who could actually really stop her. Like if this was Strange versus Wanda, then that'd be a different story. But um, because fucking Strange dropped the building on her. But uh, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go with Wanda too. All right, so now we have our ultimate match. I always thought it was gonna be Cap, but here we are. We have the tech genius, Tony Stark, versus the Queen of Evil and Bitchery, Scarlet Witch. Just the chills.
I do like the fact that it's an all red final. Get some. Obviously, they picked the right color for Marvel.
So I know
Yeah,
this is a tough
watching.
one for you, PB.
This is a tough one, but it's like, how can you not like? He brought half of the universe back. All he did was snap his fingers. Like, what could he do to just one person with a finger snap? That probably wouldn't even kill him either. You can pop her out of existence and then go have a Mai Tai.
So you're obviously
Stop being bad. Snap his fingers. Boom. Game over.
so you're going with Tony.
How could I not? Like, it's
Okay, so
Iron Man,
Chris
guy.
is Scarlet. You are Tony. I'm the deciding factor. Fuck.
Bingo.
Oh man, and I get to decide the final match. So I have to say, yep, I agree.
So
I am.
you're definitely not gonna want to pick Wanda if Wanda is of the House of L.
I wish you said she's like that. Yeah,
Just
see,
to clarify.
Carbon agrees with you. Tough decision, but I go with Iron Man. God, folks, this is one of the hardest choices because on the one hand, once again, like I did give him an edge over a planet, and I do think, given time, he could figure out something. Justin can also do this decision as well, but I'm still going. So I'm gonna have to say, Justin, what's your opinion on this?
I don't know what the fuck how long have you guys been going on for?
An
An hour and 3
hour.
minutes and 28, 29, 30,
I
31,
made it
32.
very clear when I was fuck it. All right, what are we doing? What are we ranking?
We also made it very clear, and I don't remember you clearing anything up in the group chat when I said 9:30 Eastern, but I'll double check.
I thought you meant 9:30 your time because you always say you always talk in Central Standard.
Oh, well, we didn't know
Right,
you were
because I did. I said 8:30 sharp tonight, and then you said I won't be able to be there until 9:30, and I said
Central.
9.
Yes.
And right, but you did not say that. So then I clarified 9:30 Eastern sharp. And then Justin said, I can start from my phone since we're just doing the bracket, which really makes it sound like you're going to be there at 9:30 Eastern.
Oh, see, I was at work
Yeah.
happened to see the text and just got it out as quickly as possible and didn't see yours, I guess. So whoops.
Well, as
Whoopsies.
long as you're not doing that at the gay bars, you're fine.
I mean, I'm not usually there on Wednesdays, so no worries.
I'm just saying you don't want to get it out as quick as possible. Just, give it a little time. Let it simmer. Let the anticipation build.
Yeah,
So you're here for the most important match. This is the toughest one. Our final match of the evening.
This is it? I missed all of it?
Yeah, but you're here for the important decision because this one is tough. Because Chris wants Scarlet, PB wants Iron Man.
I don't know. I want
to
go back and go back and I want to hear his opinion on some of these. Not that it'll change anything.
Oh, so am I going back first?
We could do the after.
Okay, between Iron Man and what was it, Elizabeth Olsen, and you have her.
Apparently, Justin, we've changed the criteria of how we're determining the victors. You have to imagine that they are actively in battle.
Yes, so we're taking out not who's their favorite, their acting performance, none of that. It's like a fictional battle, so you gotta visualize this as a battle.
Unfortunately, you chose the sexiest picture of Scarlet Witch, so it goes to her.
Fucking A, it does.
And of course, I mean, I'm gonna have to say Scarlet Witch as well. I feel like Tony, I want to give it to him because we gave it to him over Ego, but at the same time, I feel like J.D. Davis made an excellent point when she brought up something. She said, at General Zod's Phantom Zone, she got him when they first met, and she still hadn't learned anything cool. So yeah, and we're talking like now she's got experience and all this stuff. I'm gonna have to go with Scarlet Witch too. So the winner and the champion for tonight.
Does Tony Stark have PTSD of New York, or does he have PTSD of Scarlet Witch mindfuck?
I mean, she reintroduced his PTSD to him. That was like the vision. She gave him a vision of the dead bodies and shit, and then he froze, and then he was kind of useless. So I mean, she incapacitated him. And that was just fucking touching his temples. Imagine doing all the other shit, like lifted him up. She could fucking crumple him in the Iron Man suit. She could probably create a barrier to stop all of the rockets and all that shit. So, at the end of the day, ladies get it done. Get it?
Girls get it done.
Yeah, there we go. Girls get it done. As you can see, here in the Phantom Zone, we are totally not sexist.
Oh, by the way, I can't see any of it, so would you mind if I just gave my 2 cents on some of them?
Sure. Okay, so do you need me to enhance these?
I'm not gonna see them. I'm driving.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'll go down the brackets and you tell me your thoughts. We'll tell you who actually won. Iron Man and Ultron.
Fucking Iron Man.
Yeah, not even close. That's what I thought. Good man, Justin.
Captain America and Ego.
Captain America?
Shit, that's what I said, but no, it was Ego. But good man.
Who the fuck is Ego? Fuck that.
Ego is Peter Quill's father. He's a celestial. He's literally a living planet.
Oh, Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain America.
Wow.
See what would have happened if you joined earlier? We would have
went to the chat.
Fuck. Okay, Phil Coulson versus Killmonger.
So Robin from How I Met Your Mother and and Michael B. Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Okay, it was Phil Coulson.
That a boy.
Scarlet Witch versus, I'm sorry, Black Widow versus the Mandarin, aka Trevor, the OG Mandarin. Ben Kingsley, Justin.
A mandarin, like a fruit.
No,
Black-
it's Ben Kingsley, who's named Trevor, who pretended to be the Mandarin from Iron Man 3.
I don't remember that. Scarlet Witch. Fuck it, the other chick.
Black Widow. Okay. So then the second match was Ego versus Iron Man.
Iron Man,
Good choice.
obviously.
Phil versus Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Okay. And then the last one on this side is Iron Man versus Black Widow.
I would have went with ScarJo.
Wow, another one that would have went to the chat.
Ooh, that last match would have went to the chat. It was Iron Man who won that. Okay, on the other side, Thanos versus Loki.
Thanos.
Okay. Yeah, it was Thanos. Green Goblin versus Hawkeye.
Oh, the fucking Green Goblin.
Oh,
What?
I don't
many
know.
of
That
you-
one just tripped my trigger right there.
Yeah, that was
the
hilarious
fucking
how you
Green
said it.
Goblin.
The fucking Green Goblin. No, it was Hawkeye who won that.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Come on.
it was not a light decision, and to be honest with you, that would have a lot of these would have went to the chat if you would have been here tonight.
Yeah, it would have been so much more interesting if you had waited for a moment. Oh,
Did we?
I would
Don't
have
worry,
fell
folks.
asleep, guy.
Don't worry,
I
folks.
guess you could always change it back to the chat and just alter all of them, and then Chris will come back and be like, "What the fuck?" That would be funny. Well, it's a good way for the chat to interact.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It wasn't Iron Man who won, Carmen. It was Scarlet Witch. Okay,
she's
so
got
the
a
next
giant
one was
picture.
Doc Ock and Rocket Raccoon.
Of course, Doc Ock.
Whoa.
Whoa,
He's a
that
talking
one would have went to the chat
raccoon.
too. It was
I-
Rocket Raccoon.
Wait a second. Are you sure it would have went to the chat? I thought Rocket was a sweep.
Oh yeah, that's right. You would have just flat out lost that one, Justin. Yeah.
Okay.
For all the reasons we said, Rocket Raccoon would have stole his arms.
Oh, I like this comment.
I think his arms would have crushed that tiny little raccoon.
I don't
Justin.
think he could have caught him. Look at how hard of a.
Justin,
She said
can
Yes.
you read the comment on the screen, Justin?
no, because he can't see the screen. I just asked him that when I went
Let
to
me guess.
answer.
Is it something like "You suck, Zod" or something?
What are you, fucking psychic tonight?
Oh,
What is
really?
up,
That's
lemon
what
pie?
What's up, our favorite pie, lemon pie?
Is that how you spell fruitcake?
I
Is
think
that a
so.
Texas thing?
No, that is definitely not. And I'm not the world's best at that. Yeah, he's a fruit cake. Okay, so and then the next one, Justin, would have been Thanos versus Hawkeye.
Thanos.
Okay, Rocket Raccoon versus Scarlet Witch.
Oh, fucking Scarlet Witch.
Okay, and then Scarlet
Boom.
Witch versus Thanos.
Goodbye, Scarlet Witch. Hello, Thanos.
Wow.
Oh shit, you would have lost that one because we clean sweep that Scarlet Witch, and then you were here for the last one, Scarlet Witch versus Iron Man. Scarlet Witch won.
This would have been a totally different stream if I was there, because you basically gave no room for the chat to ever have a tiebreaker.
Oh, for sure. That was the advantage of having 3 people on the panel. Now, to be fair, Chris was here pretty much the entire time, and then he left, and then you showed up.
Immediately after.
Pretty much.
Pretty close.
It was really weird. It was like one of those sitcoms when one person leaves and then the other person like comes in, like, you know, Kramer Brothers, like, hey, guys.
There's like a 5-minute transition scene where it was just the two of us.
So pretty much everyone was here.
But everyone was, but Chris has no idea I actually showed up.
That is correct. He said he would be
bitching?
back in 1/2 of an hour.
And then we'll end up being gone. And he's like, where the fuck did you guys go?
Yeah, it'll be hilarious.
Also true.
You know, if he's coming anyways, we may as well put it up to the chat. May as well.
What up to the chat?
He already locked his vote before you left.
Well, he locked in his vote. I put out mine. Why don't we change this up and just have fun with it? So we have time.
No, not doing that.
Oh,
That's
man.
not how this program works.
I don't remember how everything was voted on either.
No, well, you know, what we could do is tell the people, hey, we got a couple tier lists coming up.
Because there's at least a few of them that they were sweeps. Like half of the bracket was sweeps. I'm pretty sure Scarlet Witch was a sweep, Rocket Raccoon was a sweep, and Hawkeye was a sweep. So I'm pretty sure it was 3 in a row. And then Thanos, I'm skeptical about. I mean, Iron Man didn't have a sweep in the first round.
I have no idea why, because who the fuck is that guy? Who the hell voted against Iron Man?
Ultron.
Chris voted for Ultron 51-49.
Oh, you know, I would have tried to just, you know, be like, hey, it's the other person, just to have the chat vote. Maybe that would have been fun. But oh well. Did you guys have fun? Was it a satisfying ranking? Or
I would say so.
Other
than the fact that Zod still doesn't know how to make the bracket.
Shut the fuck up. It still came out interesting.
And on top of that,
could have been more interesting.
It maybe, but I don't know. This was only like 2 months in the making.
Yeah, that was
exactly.
That was basically just because timing schedules and.
Yeah, could we just do like ones that don't involve brackets for a little bit?
No, that's what I said. So our next couple of stuff. Justin, go get ahead. I'm in my announcement section. So just to let you guys know, the next few things we do will be just a tier list to give us a little bit of a break. Then we'll take on another undertaking because this thing was a fucking massive monster. Thank you, everybody. Go check out the lives for the tier list on these for the villains and the heroes, and then you can see this bracket war and kind of see how we landed on the choices for this fight. We'll do something like that sometime, but for right now, we're going to go to, what's the next one? Fast food. So everybody who's a food aficionado, right? Was it fast food, Justin, or is it all foods, or is it restaurants? You came up with this idea, so go ahead.
Hell
Pitch
no.
it.
Fast food. And any
that's a tough one, because I don't fucking like any fast food.
You'll be fine.
Well, we're ranking them amongst the level of that we're working with. Like, there's decent quality fast food, and then there's just garbage, and there's the shit you settle for when you're on a road trip. There's a lot of factors that come into play.
So this will be fun. So folks, when you come here next week, our next tier list is going to be a tier list on fast food chains. I think this will be fun. So everybody bring your appetite, but then like bring snacks, because we aren't really going to get people fucking fast food. We're going to just do this tier list, but I guarantee you'll probably get hungry because, you know, food. Last time we did the wine and cheese thing, I was like, damn, I could use wine. Anyway, so our next tier list.
The cheese tier list, yes.
The cheese tier list. No, we did a wine and cheese one too.
No, we didn't.
That, guys? Yes, we did on Late Night Talks because I couldn't find a topic, so we just talked about wine and cheese.
I didn't remember that. I don't think I was there.
You might not have been there. I'm not too positive, but I
don't
heard
know.
Jack in the
When the
Box.
hell you do? I don't know when you ever do late night talks anymore.
I haven't in quite some time. My Fridays have been busier, so I haven't been able to find time to do it. But I would like to bring that back eventually. I have a lot of fucking news articles that I want to get to. A lot of shit on the gaming industry. PlayStation's out of their fucking minds.
On top of that, Lincoln Park hired a Scientologist
Yeah,
as their singer.
I already know Linkin Park's got a brand new singer.
Oh, you let me know immediately if you talk about that. I will run to get there.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think she's fine. She's perfect. She's got the same baseline as Chester.
She's great. I'll leave the Scientology stuff aside. I'm gonna put that away.
I don't give a fuck if dude. This is my opinions. And you know, I'm doing an expose on that, by the way, on Scientology, because I did one on the Cult of Nexium, and yes, Tom Cruise is in that, John Travolta, bunch of people. But if I went by people in Scientology, I would never watch or listen to their music. I would be not watching or listening to anything. Like some of my favorite actors and singers and actresses do belong to Scientology. As long as they leave that bullshit out of the music or movie I'm watching, I don't give a fuck if they choose to believe that crazy shit. Like, oh my god, you know what, Justin? Maybe that'd be fun to talk about. We could go over Scientology. Then you could give us your thoughts on the Scientology part, because I do want to do something on that. There's a lot of fucking crazy shit around that.
I'm just pissed off that during this tour, half of the band isn't going to be there. Like, I know Linkin Park is 6 guys. One of them has passed away, so nothing you can do about that. The other 2 guys are just gone, and not. So you're only paying to see half of Linkin Park, and I'm like a little upset by that. I'm like, it's a lot less.
You got the half. To be honest, though, you got the half that matters. They got a new drummer and a new singer, from what I heard. They still got the same people.
And they got they have a new guitar player too.
I don't fucking pay attention to the guitar player though. The only other guitar player. The only guitar player I ever fucking paid attention to was the one from Limp Bizkit, and that was because he stood out. And Slipknot.
Ooh, I got to see him. He was great.
Like,
they
nobody gives a
because they don't have
fuck about the background. I'm not trying to be a prick here, and much respect. Actually, I'm learning to play guitar as part of therapy, by the way. Support.
Oh, congratulations! Have you learned to play Smoke on the Water yet?
No, I'm just starting, so I'm learning the keys, but apparently it's therapeutic, and I do feel therapeutic when I do that, but
I'll teach you how to tap.
Yeah, Jenny Davis says that's the reply. I struggle to remind myself when someone said, yeah, JD Davis, I try. Even if I don't like the person or the actor for a scandal or whatever else, here on the channel, I think all of us, I can even speak for Justin, we try to take the situation out of the film and movie unless the film and movie are the situation. Like, for instance, Snow White. That whole thing is fucked. So that's when I say fuck that movie. But if it's just the actress or actor being a prick, then I'll be like, you know what? I'll give the movie a shot because I don't care about the side shit going on. Unless it's Ezra Miller or fucking Alec Baldwin. Fuck them. And I say fuck their movie because those movies were bad. Like,
I looked
on every level.
Dude, I gotta tell you, I looked on Instagram for 2 seconds and I saw an Ezra Miller nude. I was not joking. I'm like, okay, that's the thing. That's what he's been up to. His weird shit.
But anyways, yeah, guys, this has been fun. It's been a little bit of a shorter one, but yeah, I definitely want to get back to doing these streams, and I like to do stuff like that. PB will be here with us next Wednesday. Also, Justin, who will be doing his impeccable tier list next week. I can't wait to see what he puts down for fast foods. That'll
It's
be
gonna be
interesting.
the first time in a while that I've done any of these because we spent so fucking long doing the whole Marvel thing, which is
Good God, man.
exactly what I was worried about
350
when you
characters.
announced it. I was so worried about it when you announced it. I thought, oh, maybe we'd rank the movies. That'd be cool. No, all these characters, and it took like 7 weeks.
To be fair, there's extra factors in that. Thank you, Janie Davis. Which, by the way, support Good Heart for Vets. And one more thing I want to bring up. Go to Amazon. Go look up a friend of mine's book. It's an autobiographical book. It's by my good friend Stephen Casado. It's called I Didn't See It Coming, but He Did. It is an autobiographical book about my friend who is a diabetic, and he lost his eyesight, he regained his eyesight, and there's a lot of other stuff in between. And if you want to know the details and some of the shit that my best friend has gone through, a certain general might make an appearance in there. He wrote about my time and our friendship and things like that. But it's just a breakdown of everything in his life and the struggles he's gone through being diabetic and being Christian. So if that stuff interests you, go check out my friend's book. It's a pretty good read. I ordered myself a copy, and it is on Amazon. So yeah, just hopefully I could drop a link here. Let me see if I can find something. But yeah, definitely go and help support my boy. He's gone through a lot of struggles and trials and tribulations, and yeah, he's come out the other side. So shout out to you, Steve, if you're listening. And there you go. I don't do a lot of promos for other people, but
You barely do promos for yourself.
yeah. But this is kind of of an important thing. He went through a lot of different shit, so I think it could be inspirational. You know what I mean? Like uplifting for people to see. Even if you go fucking blind, or if you have a crisis of faith or something like that, it's good to hear from other people who have gone through the same things that you've gone through. You know what I mean? Or even gone through stuff you haven't gone through. I think it gives us all perspective. And I've got a bunch of reviews that I got coming out. I'm gonna do one on Beetlejuice.
Is the third one gonna be Beetlejuice?
I hope there's a third one so that we can get that.
I mean, I didn't watch the first one. It's Tim Burton, so I said nope.
See, I went to see it for the opposite reason. I love Tim Burton, but I can't believe you didn't see a fucking classic. Like one of.
I have too much shit going on to waste it on Tim Burton right now.
That's no excuse.
I think it's the perfect excuse.
And also, I'm going to be doing a couple of other different things, so stay tuned to the channel. Sorry I've been away for a while, but I had my rabbit pass, I had some other things that came up, and I needed a bit of a break. But now I'm back. We're going to do some streams and have some fun. And I'd like to bring late night talks back and a bunch of other things. So, and we're going to be doing some more tier lists, and this time we're not going to do crazy ones. Justin, you got anything? Oh, shit. Justin, you got anything?
If Zod doesn't take forever to show up, by the way,
just so you know, Zod, next time this little delay thing happens with the tier bracket thing, we're going to do a tier list of something you've always wanted to do and not include you. Just so you know, that's your punishment next time. We were nice this time.
No, this has nothing to do with me. I set out the time. You didn't respond. That's on you.
Oh,
Or at
no, no,
least
no, no, no. Delaying the stream.
Oh no, I delayed the stream because you all
No,
said
for like
you could make
weeks,
it.
for a week, rescheduling.
The first week was personal. After
No, you're
that, I
fine.
sent out two different times, and either Chris had something going on or you had something going on,
Oh,
or we all had something
it's
going on.
fine.
So I'm not just taking the
Bro,
blame for this.
I'm giving you shit.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just goddamn. Anyways, Justin, you got anything coming up?
Yeah, yes. I do. I'll be here next Wednesday doing a fast food tier list, and then the next week is going to be something else, something that maybe I can talk about a little bit more. Since I was so quiet on these Marvel streams, I wasn't even here for like any of them, like at all. So it'd be nice to participate a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to tier list. We could all throw our hats in. Maybe one of those do like a bracket wars, but when we get back to movies or whatever. But it'll be nice to do a little bit of something different. So thank you everybody for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. This is one of my shorter bracket wars because
it's only 90 minutes. Holy shit!
Actually, we've been live for an hour, 31, 34, 35, 36, about an hour and a half. It's decent. They can't all be 3 hours.
Well, I hope they're not all 3 hours because some of us need to leave at a certain point.
Yep, and PB has already left.
Leaving. Yes, PB has already left the chat.
He's already left the building. He's out of here.
He has left his consciousness.
Thanks everybody for showing up. We really appreciate you. Got Beetlejuice review tomorrow. Check for it. I'm gonna do another phone video, so I will send out the random tweet and then jump in for a non-spoiler review on that movie. I also have a non-spoiler review coming out for the Terminator anime on Netflix. Spoiler alert: 10 out of 10.
What? There's another Terminator thing?
It's an anime on Netflix, and bro, you could tell these guys are fans of the Terminator. I would say this anime is better than the last fucking 5 movies we've gotten.
I mean, anything could have been better than the last 5 movies.
Yeah, I know, low bar, but still, you should definitely check it out. It's only 8 episodes. I think they're only a half hour apiece.
Oh,
and they got the original music.
I'm done with the. I like the 2 movies. I'm fine.
Oh my god! You know what?
I don't have time for cartoons. I'm already watching.
It's not
Invincible.
a cartoon.
I'm already watching Invincible. That's enough for me.
That's not even a cartoon. That's more adult animation. But anyways, I gotta fucking get out of here because I'm now going through the series The Ranch. So, anyways, everybody have a good night. Thank you for coming on. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to Pop Culture PB. Thank you for Justin for coming in at the last moment and giving his 2 cents as always and regaling us with his tales of awesome.
Yes.
My
webcam's not working, so this sucks. Oh well.
We'll all be here next Wednesday. What do you say, Justin? Probably 8:30. Are we doing 8:30 or is it 9:30? Now is a good time to tell me so I can inform the folks.
Let's go with 9:30 Central. If we could
so that's 8:30 my time.
No. It would be 9:30 your time. Yes.
So you mean Oh, okay, 9:30 Central, so 9:30 my time. All right, I'll
Yes,
talk it
that would
over
be
with the
the
rest of the group,
easiest.
see what
Yeah.
they say. We'd have to be pretty fucking quick so we don't lose the bear. But yeah, we'll talk it out. But we're going to tentatively say 9:30, but we'll definitely get you guys a timeout and see where everyone lands. So, anyways, thank you everybody for coming, and we hope you come back for our food tier list, which is going to be fast food restaurants. Should be fun, should be exciting. Thank you, everybody. And as always, remember there is only one rule here in the Phantom Zone: kneel before General. What? Nobody's going to interrupt? What the fuck?
I'm tired.